Access World Graphics is the world's first online content creation tool, and Access Order enables your staff to electronically order anything from your art department. In this demo, we'll show you how easy it is to submit an order, track an order, and then complete the order, all without having to scribble anything on a single scrap piece of paper. Everything that you're going to see is hosted on our secure internet-based servers, allowing you to submit orders from anywhere in the world, as well as have designers working from anywhere in the world as well. Let's get started. When I first log into Order, I can see a list of all the current open orders, as well as see what state they're in. You can also do an advanced search from this window by clicking on the Show Advanced Search button. So to create a new order, all I need to do is click the Create Order menu item. This is going to open up a new order form. Give the order a title, and then choose which show you want this order to belong to. You can really have as many shows as you wish in order, really is whatever makes sense for your organization. Each order can have multiple items attached to it as well, which is kind of nice when you're ordering several items from a common project, like maybe a graphics look or whatever. Once I've selected the show, I can now begin adding items to my order by clicking the Add Item button. Now, I can select what asset type this item is. You can create as many asset types as you wish in Order as well, whatever makes sense for your users. I'm going to select News Still as my asset type. Now, there can also be several different media types for each asset type as well. In my case, I'm going to choose News Still as my asset type, but I can now choose from a couple of different types of news stills in my media format dropdown. So I'm just going to choose an OTS. By the way, the icons that you see here are totally customizable. You can upload a thumbnail that represents the media format for your organization. Okay, so once I've selected the media type, I can fill in details for this order so that my art department has all the information they need to complete the order. By the way, if the default fields that you see here don't fit the bill for your organization, if you have some custom fields that are sort of unique to you guys, you can customize these by adding additional fields yourself. Once all my fields are filled in, I'm just going to click the Add Item button, and the item is added to my order. Now, as the order submitter, I may have a couple of images that I want the designer to use to complete this order. I can attach them to the order at this point by clicking on the Add Attachment button and uploading the files, which will then accompany the order. I can also add alternate contact names, in the case of maybe I'm submitting this order on behalf of somebody else and they might have answers to questions. And I can also add additional notes that I feel are important to me to communicate to the designer before I submit the order. Once I'm done, I can submit the order, and the wheels are now in motion to have this order completed. The order is in the system, and the appropriate people in your organization have been notified that it's been submitted. Now, you can customize what notifications you receive depending on your role in the organization. You may need to know when that order passes through certain workflow states, for example. So we allow you to pick and choose the volume of the notifications that you will get. The workflow is also customizable based on your organization's needs. Now, some organizations like to have multiple levels of approvals for each order, for example. Others may choose to have a much more streamlined workflow. We can customize your workflow to your organization so that order works exactly the way that you want it to. So in my case, I can see in my order list that the order is currently in the workflow state of pending assignment. As I said, if your organization requires that all orders be approved by a supervisor, it could be sitting in the state of pending authorization at this point. It all depends on your organization. The user I'm logged in here today is actually an art director, so I'm able to assign this order to one of my designers. I'll just click on the order number, and that's going to open up the order. The next state in my workflow is automatically selected in the Advance Order to Workflow State dropdown. And I can choose one of the designers in my organization and assign this order to that person. For purposes of this demo, I'm just going to assign this one to myself. So now in my order list, I can see that the order is assigned and is currently in the In Fulfillment workflow state. If I had signed up to be notified when the order started to be worked on, I would be receiving an email notification right now as well. Okay, as the designer, I've also been notified that the order has been assigned to me, so now I'm going to start working on it. Again, I'm going to click on the order number to open it up. So here, I have everything in front of me that I need to fulfill this order. The Attachments tab has the images I need, If there's any contacts or notes, I can see them here as well. I can also see a history of everything that's happened up to this point in the order by clicking on the History tab. Not much has happened to this order just yet, as you can see. Okay, I'm going to complete this order by combining the two graphics into a single image in Photoshop. That was quick. I'm super fast in Photoshop, I know. Now that I'm done, I'm going to upload the completed graphic into the order and switch the workflow state. So you can see here that I have several choices. If I had questions about the order, I could have added notes to the order and then moved it to the requires clarification workflow state so that the person who submitted the order can answer the questions about the order. My organization is set up to approve all fulfilled orders before they're technically completed. So I'm going to advance this order to the Art Director approval workflow state and then update the order. Again, because the user that I'm logged in as is an art director, I can actually approve the order at this point. But typically it would be notified to the art director and then that person would log in and approve the order. Your workflow can be customized to work the way that you want based on whatever your needs are. I'm going to approve the order, which is then going to move it to the completed state. One of the great things about having an electronic order management system is that it's easy to track data about your organization that just wasn't possible to get before. Order's built-in reporting tool allows you to run reports to get the information that you need, such as what times of day you get the most order submissions, or how long does it take to complete each type of order, etc. This is the type of information that you just didn't have any way of obtaining before you used Order. Really, it's as simple as that, to create an order, have it fulfilled entirely electronically from anywhere in the world using Access World Graphics Order Service.